Good afternoon, everyone. Happy April 1st. This would mark April being the month of Aries season, the astrological new year. My name is Stephanie. Thank you so much for joining me today in today's Cosmic Tune-Up, a safe space, a safe haven where star seeds, light workers, fellow cosmic aliens, however you identify yourself, come together and discuss spiritual tools, spiritual practices, conversations, and learn how to integrate that in a more grounded way so we can embody our higher self here while living in the 3D dimensional planes of existence. Thank you so much for letting me be your spirit guide today in today's conversation. I first off want to go off and say thank you so much for DJ Taz Rashid for allowing us to use his music. I will link it down in the description below. And I felt the energies guiding me to come on. For those of you who are new to my channel or to my platform, my name is Stephanie and I am a spiritual coach. I help set a space for one-on-one coaching or one-on-one sessions with clients who are looking for a place to be heard, looking for emotional support, and that own sense of their own personal cheerleader by their side to help them to better navigate this physical world when they don't understand or they just for some reason can't seem to piece together why they're feeling anxious, afraid, or like they're stuck energetically in their life. And I help you to understand that through connecting to my spirit guides, my higher self, and the spiritual world. Now, I like to go through life having fun, and that is actually the theme that we entered in Aries season about 3 weeks ago, I would say 2 weeks ago. On March 20th, we welcomed in the spring equinox, Aries season, and if you go back to my videos, you would see that we were guided to welcome in this warm weather, this renewal, this birthing season with joy, abundance, a new energy of play. And so this is a reason why I love to show you this type of energy and atmosphere when we come and do our cosmic tune-ups, so that it'll help you expand your third eye, open up that chakra energy, and help you to think at a deep level. So, transitioning our conversation, I noticed that a lot of the messages and the downloads coming in were about polarities, and going back to get a sense of the overall theme and the cosmic energies, this is because of that Saturn-Uranus dynamic at play, of the balance between having structure, which is represented by Saturn, and Uranus, the wanting to change the recipe, the menu, to do something new, to break out of the norm. Now, this week, we are actually transitioning. Mercury is actually rising from its space in the Neptune and Pisces dynamic over to Aries sign, which is represented with planet Mars. And also you have a little bit of sparkle of Gemini integrated into here, which is also, Gemini is that energy of play. Now, the reason that this cosmic tune-up is coming up is because Mercury is that symbol, that sign of communication, channels. So it's not just you and how you communicate or forms of communication, but how is that message being delivered? Where back in the whole Neptune Piscean energy, it's a lot about being up in your upper chakras and that whole spiritual etheric realm. And now we have this mix of fire energy. And fire is tangible. It's something we can interact on a physical level, right? So when you drop down from the air, you're coming down and being a little bit more grounded, right? It has now taken form. And so think with this fire energy and being more grounded, you're able to think with a spark. You're able to think on your feet, able to come up with ideas to solve your problems or any obstacles that are presented to you during this season. And really taking charge, because that is what Mars is. It's about taking that energy and doing something about it. And we know that this energy that surrounds all forms of life and sustains it comes in many different forms. And so when we had Pisces season and the energy was more about the veil being thin and lifted, so we had more access to our higher self, or the messages of downloads were coming in. It's like, okay, you received that message, and now you should spark it, light it up, and create. What's that next actionable step? Now, again, remembering the balance of polarities, and every subject, there's always two faces to a coin, right? There's many different perspectives. We have that fire energy in helping us to ignite things. But remember, polarity, fire, also has a tendency to burn. And so when it comes to that planet of communication, Mercury, you could have miscommunication. You could have a butting of heads internally in your own mental state within yourself, or physically externally outside of you with your interaction with the outside world. You could have a tendency of more or less harmonizing in certain areas, and at the same time, it could be a conversation that might seem a little bit tough to have, but how can you turn that around and add that warmth, that gentleness, that Gemini energy, and also the fire energy, so that you can hold space and have these conversations rather than hiding them away. And following that thread about polarities, it's all about balance. And so balance means learning how to integrate properly your channels of the physical action, the mental thoughts, and the emotions with what you already know intuitively that you're being guided to act on, say, or do. And with this whole Mars and Mercury energy, we also have this potential to finally have the channels open on things that we've been waiting to get done, to act on. And it's really interesting because I was thinking about how a year ago, probably about a year ago today, the season, I had decided that, I'm going to commit to doing this new venture. And when I decided, it was like everything came to a halt. You know what happened. And actually, now I'm actually circumventing back around. Are you sure this is what you want? Are you going to commit to it? And I still want to do that. And I'm committing to it now, right? Again. And so it's like you have this feeling and the sense, that I am being supported. There are new technology or new methods, or maybe an old way of doing things, but with a new, fresher perspective to get that moving. And this is a good thing because in astrology, I would love to introduce the idea for you, if you don't already know, that there are these houses, different areas of your life that really describe and help to paint a picture of your makeup and who you are and what you will experience. And now, certain aspects of our lives in the past year, and this is always a constant theme as long as we are living in this 3D dimensional world, where certain things need to be revised or scratched altogether and just built anew. Or it could be where simply on the outside, on the physical level, nothing changed. Like my decision, I still want to stick with it. But what did change was a foundation, something like a home. You won't be able to see how it's actually built from within. How is its electric circuit, the electricity or the wood, the foundation holding. And so in that sense, it's something physical on the outside hasn't changed, but maybe your mindset did. Maybe the way you feel about it did. And all of these are things to consider as we move forth. And so going on to another deeper level, as the planets move, as the seasons change, again, give yourself more credit. You might think that you're not changing, nothing's moving forward, but your DNA, your angelic light codes are being activated. You are up leveling and you're able to bring the transformation as you move forward, enter a new room, a space, or an old job. And the thing is, you won't be able to see that transformation or even receive it or experience it if you continue to point the finger of blame, point the finger of lack. Especially when we talk about going into the 5D levels of existence. Again, those levels, higher dimensions that we so yearn to experience and embody, they're not physical. And this is where these cosmic tune-ups come in. They are a new, fresher way of looking things, of maybe taking a moment out of your day, reassess, process, what can I do, just even on an energetic level, even a new thought, to change my experience and my actions and my belief and the vibrations I'm holding. Because where you put the blame, there is no power. You're giving your power away. And this is the season to take back your power and responsibility, your ability to respond in your own life as a cosmic creator. And I want you to take a moment here to pause and think about maybe closing your eyes. Could it be that you've been blocking your own blessing? Could it be that because you're focusing on lack and disappointment, or what you don't have, or where you're not at yet, and taking that brief moment of pause to change the gears, shift it, and redirect it, because the power lies within you. Going forth, because this was a tune-up that really spoke about our levels of perception moving from Pisces season and then moving it into action, I wanted to talk about and touch base on the third eye, on the sixth chakra, just to give you some advice. And to also invite you, if you follow me on Instagram at divine.cosmic.empress, I will be doing a meditation on the third eye, rebalancing it, tomorrow morning. That is Friday, April 2nd at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So go ahead, follow me there, and tune in. I will do my best to see if I can stream it at the same time on different platforms, where to just enlighten you, like what happens when my third eye energy center, the place, the point of where I'm able to receive the downloads and wisdom from the higher levels, is closed and doesn't receive life force energy, or what happens when it's too open and I'm having way too much energy in that area. And so an over and underactive third eye chakra, where you might question your own ideas. You won't be able to trust your intuition, the guidances that you're receiving from your higher self, from your spirit guides, from your heart space. And you feel like you have to have everything double checked by others or having permission in order to move forward. When it comes to desires or a block that you're experiencing that you feel like you're unable to move forward, how can you move forward if you don't trust yourself, if you don't trust that voice of intuitive guidance? And this is where the angels and spirit guides are coming in, and that cosmic energy, in the sense of there's this power and energy greater and beyond my own physical sense of self that I could trust and rely on, that we're being asked to learn to sit with the emotions, to sit still, to come into balance, so that we might be able to take that inspired action and that inspired next step, that our spirit souls came into this physical manifestation to experience and to live out the lessons that we're here to learn, as well as experience the blessings that are already in our destiny to experience. And so you're being encouraged through this cosmic tune-up, and with the meditation that will be offered tomorrow, Friday, April the 2nd at 11 a.m. Eastern on my Instagram channel, that also incorporating these tips, tricks, and practices that don't let the ego, the fear, the human defense system stop you from taking that next step in action, simply because it might seem small, and simply because it might seem like this next step is unrelated to where it is that I want to go and move towards. Because the human experience, conditioning the human mind, it actually tends to overthink, overcomplicate things, and wants to plan out every detail down to, oh, if I do this cause, then I can plan out the effect. But sweetie, honey, let me tell you that there are some things you cannot control. You can only control what you are vibrationally and tangibly expressing. Whereas the higher self, the spirit self, the voice of intuition, it doesn't hold on or care about the results on the physical level. It cares about the experience, the feeling, the emotions, the energy that you'll be able to have through the action or while in the experience. And so this is all about balancing the spiritual life, spiritual body, your spiritual voice, your spiritual vision with the physical body and vessel and temple that you have here now. And so if you are looking to release some energy through your body, you don't know what it is that you're going through, if you're in a funk, I will tag down below 2 meditation rituals with some yoga sprinkled into it on my YouTube channel. And join me. Tune in to my social media, because honestly, I kind of do my best to plan things, but I kind of also go through intuition, and I show up and have that message to help you align and wake you up. Now, if you want to take your practice, your spiritual journey in living a more peaceful, integrated, balanced, happy, exciting, and adventurous life here, reach out to me. Email me at stephanieguerrero@guerrerosdieta.com, or you can go down to my website, guerrerosdieta.com, or just hit me up on Instagram or any of my social media. I love connecting, and I offer a free 20-minute soul-to-soul conversation starter call where I get to hold space for you, listen to you. Where are you in your journey? Are you way too grounded and you want to integrate yourself into a higher level of your intuition? Or are you really spiritual and you feel like you're not grounded enough? Trust me, I go between the ebbs and flows as well. Or if you need just a coach, a mentor to help you, to support you on your journey, I'm here for you. And if you're just looking for guidance, you're looking for some clarity, a higher perspective on your situation that you're going through right now, hit me up. I'm all ears. I pray that this beautiful cosmic tune-up conversation has helped you on your journey today, this week. And of course, tune in until next week, because we are celebrating the new moon in Aries, baby. And as always, Sat Nam.